So I thought I should make a video just to kind of address my thoughts on this. It's the universal world of gods and monsters. This is a new semi-connected, coexisting universe similar to the MCU or the DCEU, made by Universal surrounding their monsters universe. So that's films like starting with The Mummy, and then you have characters like the Invisible Man, Frankenstein, Jekyll and Hyde, things like that. So I'm going to do my thoughts about each of the casting members and how I feel about them and how I think they'll be good for their roles. So I'll start with Frankenstein's Bride. This is actually the movie that comes out after The Mummy, and she hasn't actually been cast yet, and I don't really know a lot about her character, but I just think that'd be kind of a weird one. I don't quite know how I feel about it. However, my personal casting would be someone along the lines of Angelina Jolie. She has been rumoured. I think she'd be a pretty good choice. I think she'll be able to go toe-to-toe with Javier Bardem, so I think something along them lines would be good. I'm just not sure about the character as a whole and how she can carry a film. So what about Johnny Depp as the Invisible Man? Now, the Invisible Man is a very, very cool story. I really like the concept of that. And I think Johnny Depp, it's probably best to hide him more than show him these days, especially after Pirates 5. I've had enough of the guy. But I think he'll be fine with this. It'll be a good role for him to play, something funny, something a bit interesting, and something different that he hasn't really done before. So yeah, sure, why not? Johnny Depp, I'm happy with that. And I think the film will actually probably the one I'm most excited for. I'm really looking forward to The Invisible Man. Next, we have Frankenstein's monster, who's actually being played by Javier Bardem, and I think that's a perfect choice. I love Javier Bardem. I think he's an amazing actor. Everything he's done, he's fantastic in. My personal favourite role of his is, of course, probably going to be Silver from Skyfall. But I think he can really nail this role. He can nail anything he does. So I think Javier Bardem is definitely a good choice for this, and he can definitely pull off that scary, kind of creepy vibe that you need when playing Frankenstein's monster. Then we have Jekyll and Hyde, who's going to be played by Russell Crowe. So that is, of course, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I'm a huge fan of that story. I actually love Jekyll and Hyde as a story. I wish I actually could have studied that one in school for my final exams, but I didn't get the opportunity to do that. And I think that's going to be a really good way. I think Russell Crowe is going to be really good in that role, and Russell Crowe's character is going to be the connector who's going to bring them all together, I think, as he is the first one to coexist, as he's showing up in The Mummy. So that's very, very cool. Then finally we have the Mummy herself, who is being played by Sofia Boutella, and I think she is really, really good. I'm a big fan of hers ever since she was in one of my favourite films, which is Kingsman: The Secret Service. I think she's going to be really, really good in this. She obviously can really play those sort of characters well, and I think she's going to be interesting. Obviously, I can't really judge any of these because we haven't really seen them, and I haven't even seen The Mummy yet. The Mummy comes out next week, and I'm very much looking forward to it. But I think Sofia Boutella will be a really good acting choice for that role. So tell me in the comment section below what you think about this Universal Monsters universe. We can have a bit of a chat about it. I think that this is a really interesting choice, something that's cool, because obviously they had this universe before and now they're bringing it back for modern audiences, which is a really cool idea. I really like all the actors in it. They've got some amazing talent there, with Tom Cruise, Javier Bardem, Russell Crowe, Johnny Depp, Sofia Boutella. I think that's a really good, well-ranged cast. And the fact they're all going to be these really kind of more action-heavy modern movies is going to be a really cool concept.